So we got here all the hardware that we need, and now we are going to code it. We go little to little. When we press this button, how to say this? How do we know? I know if we press the button because pin 7. So let's get this information. Input, read digital pin 7. Now we can read what's going on here. And when we press it, what happened? That did connect with this one. So here we are going to have 5 volts. So the voltage is going to be high. Alright. So when this is high, when this equal to high, we got it here. Something is going to happen. When? So only if we press the button, here it says if we press the button, 7 is high, something had to happen. And what it had to happen is to turn on this light. So it's an output. We are going to set pin number 3 to high. To high is here. Set pin 3 to high. We can test it, no? Test it and see what is going on. That's the way to program, to do something and you test it. When we click here, it turns on. Okay, let's see if it is true or not. We start the simulation. It's off. Good. We click here and it's on. Perfect. And then we click here and it's on again. Oh no, I want it to turn off when I click again. So we have to mend it. Okay, we have to add something else. So I want you to turn off sometimes. Sometimes it had to be on and sometimes it had to be off. I saw something here that can be useful. This one. When something happens, it's going to be on, and otherwise, else, it's going to be off. That seems useful. So maybe you say, alright, look at the shape. We put it here. It's not going to work, but don't do silly things. You just think, okay, when we press the button, high. We don't press it, low. Is that what we want? We press it, it's high. We release it, it's off. It's fun, but it's not what I want. I want to keep it on if I click once and keep it off if I click again. So it does something, but it's not what I want. So when I want it to be high, when it's low before, and when I want it to be low, when it's high before. So it's true that if we press the button, something is going to happen. But I want it to turn in high, it was off, and off if it was high. So we had to work a little bit with this. Okay, something is going to happen, but we need to know if it was high or low and change it. For this, we can use a variable. Okay, variable here. Very good to memorize things, to keep value in mind. So let's create one called LED state. Here we are. So we could say, okay, if this equals, if the state equal to 0, which means that the light is off, do this. Otherwise, do the opposite. Good, it's going to work. But now this has no sense. It is a variable which is always have the same value. So I had to give a value to it. So how do I know when the LED is on? Well, we are turning it on. So we can set the value of the variable to 1 to keep in mind that that's on. No? We turn it on and we put it down, it's on. And then also we can do it with here. When we turn it off, we put that the LED is off. When we come here, if we press the button, they check this value. If it is off, turn it on and keep that is on. Otherwise, turn it off and keep in mind that is off. Let's see if it works. Restart simulation. No. Sometimes works, sometimes no. What is going on? Well, the thing is that this is repeating all the time. But I don't know the value of the variable at the beginning. There's something that shouldn't be. I don't know if we start with this value being 1 or being 0. We just check it before giving it any value. That's wrong. We need to know which is the value of my variable at the beginning. So let's set the value to 0 and make sure that at the beginning the light is off. And then we repeat this, but we don't want this to happen again and again. I want this to happen again and again, but not this. Okay, so it's going to be useful to have some commands that happen only once and other commands that happen again and again. We don't have here something that say do it forever, but we can use something like this. Well, we can put here a condition that is going to happen forever. For example, that 1 equals to 1. If we put something here inside, that is going to happen all the time. So we are going to put the variable to 0. We are going to turn off this light, and then this is going to happen again and again, that we check if we press the button or not, and when we press it, if it was off, we put it on. Let's check it out. We turn on and stay there. We click again and doesn't work. Oh my dear, I cannot understand it. Sometimes works, sometimes not. What's the problem? I'll tell you. When you press the button, maybe that's so fast, you think that you are clicking once, but maybe you are clicking many times. So we need a delay time, always that we use buttons, for me to have time to remove the finger from here, if it were real, or the mouse. So in control, we have something for waiting. So when we click, okay, after we have done whatever you want to do, let's wait. Let's wait, for example, a half a second. And you do nothing for a half a second, and then we check again if you are still clicking or not. Let's see. Working. I mean, it worked as we expect. Done. It's not that difficult, alright? Don't get desperate. Just you have to learn some tricks like this one for waiting. Practice and don't surrender. Start for very little and then you make it more complicated. That's the trick. And all the time simulating. Have fun.